Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Rutgers Scarlet Knights, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Scarlet Knights will kick it away to start. Here's the return from inside his 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense takes the field to start this game off. It's Owens, moving away from pressure, finds a tight end. And how does he keep running? I'd be dizzy after a spin move like that. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Almost had the completion, just missed it. So now it's 2nd and long. The give to the back. And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1. The Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo. They'll try to get it through the air. Blasted as he lets it go. He's got it. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. And the Buckeyes are flying down the field. Now the play fake. Rushes on him. A shot toward the end zone. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. He's brought down. Short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. To the air on first down. Here comes the heat. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. Guys, let's talk just for a second about Rutgers. Can be a little bit tricky to balance that high school recruiting, transfer portal recruiting for some of the non-traditional powers. But when they're grabbing linebackers like this guy, you know they're doing the right thing.
Absolutely. And there's nothing tricky about that, right? Like, recruiting high school players is essential. Transfer portal is good to supplement, but getting a guy like this...
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Van Buren. Throwing right. And the missed connection on 3rd down. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And this field goal attempt will be a 48-yarder and not straight on from the left side. and it's no good. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got it in the middle. It's Rivers.
Slants against man. That wide receiver has to win right now at the line of scrimmage against that DB playing man coverage. Quarterback, the timing with the wide receiver, put it on the money. Wide receiver's probably still going to get hit too and got to hold on to that.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Plucks it out of the air. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. It's complete to the right. Oh, the sweet spin, and he's free. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. The Scarlet Knights will line it up on 1st and 10. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Completes it along the sidelines, but that'll be for no gain.
And these running backs are used to being split out in high school as a wide receiver, playing 7-on-7 as middle school and high school. You could tell how comfortable he was being a wide receiver near the sidelines. Didn't get nervous at all.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
I love it. The defense brings extra bodies near the line of scrimmage. They choose to blitz, get to him, try to speed up the processor just a little bit, force the scramble, no damage.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. A 69-yard touchdown drive, and it was capped off with the 8. Last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going. Looking for a man. It's Van Buren. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
They make the stop, but he knew exactly how much he needed and where he needed to get for that 1st down.
Well, this quarterback's athleticism, I think, makes it a little bit easier for you as a head coach when you decide to go for it on 4th down, because if it's not there to throw the ball, his athleticism can just take over. He can go get it himself and keep the drive alive. Really nice job that time by the QB.
How many times do you think they're going to run that one back in film study? Don't do that, don't do that, don't do that. That's a penalty, that's a penalty, that's a penalty. It'll be a long film study for him. Looking to throw on 1st down. Gets rid of it. This time he's got his man. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. They'll try to snap it quickly.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
The Buckeyes pounded the rock to move the sticks now back to work. The option look. Now the pitch. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. To the air. It's Van Buren. Quickly out to the tight end. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and they like to do this. When they make a 1st down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
He's got him. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. And the Buckeyes want to crank the tempo. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Now he's going to break the pocket. Trying to escape and get it himself. Inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a 2nd time. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He'll take a shot. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. We've come to the break, and Rutgers is holding the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. So 1st down here as they go back to work. They go to the ground. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenge them all in the red zone. You've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the right. Wide open downfield. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. They'll try the run. Slithers into space. Quick step and go. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. And the Scarlet Knights will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Oh, he makes the catch. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Back to pass. Into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Yeah, and because of the pressure, the defense gets pressure on him immediately so quickly that he makes a bad decision, tries to throw it into double coverage. Really nice job pressuring the quarterback up front.
The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. On the run, fires downfield. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
This offense put together a really good drive, man. Like, that was a good drive, but 3rd down in the red zone, and the field starts to shrink. They really struggle to try to find a play to get someone open.
He splits the uprights. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down here at the goal line, David.
Fires one high and deep. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Handoff from the gun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Here's the handoff. Running into the open space. Run to the right. The 20. Touchdown Buckeyes. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be knocked down. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Wide receiver comes in motion. From the gun. Give on the inside. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They'll run it to the right side. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They've got him then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. It's a draw. And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain. The Scarlet Knights will call on their punt team. They'll look to pin him deep. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They marched to the end zone the last time they had it. Do it again, and they'll be on top. He's going to take off. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
The Buckeyes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Got his man quickly. Knocked down for the tackle.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route running all the way across the field. The DB just can't stay with them because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
The Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Rolling on the run. Snags it. And he will score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner goes down. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Wants to go up top on 1st down. It's caught. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a 1st down at the 29. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Garrison. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. Lost one deep down the right side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Scarlet Knights will try to pin them back with the punt. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he's stopped. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down. He'll pull it down. He'll take it up to the 45-yard line, and they stop him and knock him out of bounds. Now a 1st down from the 45-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Van Buren. Gonna let it fly. Makes the grab at the 10. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. That is a tough one to take, to get an explosive play like that and have it wiped out by a penalty. Looking for a productive play on first down. They want to throw it. Flips it out to the back. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and game time.
And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. They'll run the option. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. And they lost the ball out of bounds, and it'll be a loss of yardage on that one. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about.
They're dealing with a second and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Trying to make magic with his feet. He is guided out of bounds, and they'll mark it at the 28. And the Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds his tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Back to throw, it's Van Buren. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. Back open in the middle. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12. The Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up. To the air on first down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. And he left that one short, trying to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. The Buckeyes will come to the line to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Columbus for an entertaining first half than you? And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. And with that, We send it back to the guys in the shoe.
All right, Kevin about ready to get things cranked back up here. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments. They've got to find a way to run the ball at least some. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David. They're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there. The Scarlet Knights trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. That's reeled in. It's Rivers. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sends that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver, create enough separation to create a positive gain.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Scarlet Knights will bring the punt team onto the field. That leg is staying loose. Already the 5th kick of the night. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They moved the football well in the last drive, but man, that 4th down and failing to convert there has to sting. Makes the grab on the left. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive.
I love the QB here. He holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride. Turn upfield to use his speed.
Off play action on first down. Pressure coming. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback. And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
And the Buckeyes kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They're going to ride this running back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Van Buren. Moves around to clear up the vision. Makes the grab. He hauled that one in and got him down to the 15-yard line. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it from the red zone. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Quick strike complete. Touchdown Buckeyes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Timely decisions, effective play management helps them get in the end zone after that marathon drive.
And every time the offense needed to play, boom, they got it. I mean, you think about it. Whether it's a small run, small pass, whatever they needed, they got it done, and they popped it in for the score.
And the returner will be dragged down. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
The Scarlet Knights moving quickly to the line. Pulls and fires complete. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice.
Breaks into the open. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. To the ground with the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Scarlet Knights line up to punt it away. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6th time tonight. And no shot at a return here as the punt goes out of bounds. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds. The Buckeyes really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Toss sweep to the right. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it. They want to run this quarterback. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. that time they were in their own territory. That took some lower intestinal fortitude.
Definitely did. And listen, if that's what you're going to be, that's who you're going to be. You're going to be that kind of offense and be aggressive, then stick with who you are. And apparently, nowadays, going for it on your own end, it really ain't nothing anymore.
Coming into this one, I thought this guy was going to be a monster. He was going to put up huge numbers. We know this is a big part of the offense week in, week out. The defense has done a great job clamping down on him. That is only his second catch so far in this game.
That just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
Makes the grab on third. There he goes. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
I'll tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Fires to the tight end. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this third period with a big play. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Back to throw, it's Van Buren, using his legs to buy some time. Touchdown, Ohio State! And they take it in for 6 more points. They put another one on the board here in the fourth quarter, and how about this team? Just a lone blemish on the resume and about to go to 10-1. And he made the extra point without problem. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. You have to wonder what the defense was thinking there. I mean, he just gashed them all by himself.
Boy, and you think quarterback runs sometimes, but you can't think about it all the time. You got misdirection. There's so many things to look at. The quarterback can throw it, but when you got an athlete behind center that can do that, it's just frustrating. Too many things to try to stop.
They'll start this drive going to the air. Fires to the big fella. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
Snags it over the middle. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, Dave?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
The throw. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Has to get there to move the sticks. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. The Scarlet Knights have this offense rolling. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man on the right. Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a 1st down for this offense. looking to throw on first down. He's got the tight end. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Using the quick game. Touchdown, Rutgers. All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
My man, get him the ball. He will do the rest. Catches the football, walks into the end zone. Feed that man the rock.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And they make the extra point to draw it closer. It's 28-17. They took it 64 yards right down the field. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Pulls it in. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. From the gun, the ground game. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
They've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
And they're not on the same page there.
I think in this situation, after that incompletion, 4th and short on your side of the field, the smart play is to punt it away and trust your defense.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Makes the grab past the marker. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly.
Turning it on. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. From the 30-yard line on 1st down. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
Pass interference. Defense.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Fires to the big fella. Chopped out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. The Buckeyes back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out.
And you erase it to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes. win column as they extend the lead here late.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses getting really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold it. Defense.
Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed them for the defensive holding penalty. As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. With the catch, it's Rivers. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Scarlet Knights in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. You don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong. But sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
The Scarlet Knights come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. He'll keep it on the sneak.
Nice job being physical by this offensive line, getting the first down, and what do? Right away, right back on the football, ready to run some tempo.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Humphries. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. The 2-minute timeout. We have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got a man. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Snaps it in the shotgun. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. And the Scarlet Knights want to move quickly. This defense will try to keep everything in front. Looking for the goal line. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. And they'll come to the line trying to take a slice out of this lead on 3rd and goal. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Rutgers! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they now trail 35-24. So they moved the ball 43 yards on that drive, and they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time and took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position. So if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
On the move to the right and looking for a big one.
And it's not a surprise who they're throwing the ball down the field to. I mean, he's already had a great day. They're going to feature him because he makes plays over and over again, and then trying to take another shot to him.
It's a fake. He's going to throw it. He's looking deep. And the pass is incomplete. They thought they had the fake all dialed up, and it did not work. Well, they got the throw off, but not much else good happened for them after that one, and they'll turn it over on downs. Oh, what a cut! Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. To the air on first down. The throw to the outside is complete. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can.
No gain on the play. Brings up second down.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Back to pass. He's got it. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. And they spike it to stop the clock.
QB spikes it. No gain on the play.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Looking to fire. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. They'll come to the line and try to draw a little bit closer on third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be fourth down. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. Big kick here. Can claw them ever so closer to that lead, and the crowd trying to rattle this guy.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Well, great job by the hands team receiving there. They're able to spot the kick, fall on it, make sure they keep possession, secure it. Nice job.
3 tight ends in the formation on first and 10. Scanning the field, it's Van Buren. Got a man, it's Roberts. He'll be shoved out of bounds at the 35-yard line.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
Out of the gun, the give to the back. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Buckeyes in the hurry-up. They'll move the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires downfield. He's open on the right. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. And the Buckeyes have it with a first and goal. Here we go. Snap in the shotgun. Looking to the end zone. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters. And this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.